I'm Nathan Heckathorn with Bane Welker Equipment in Wilmington, Ohio. Today, I'd like to go over this planter just a little, just to show you the things that ought to be checked out at least prior to planting season of 2020. This is a 1265 International planter. You know, you're going to pull your planter out of the barn, maybe go straight to the field, maybe you're going to plan on putting it in the shop and doing some extra work. But some of the things that we see a lot of that we'd like to touch base on is, you know, some guy has probably had left this 3-point on with a quick hitch, turned too tight, he's broke the mount for the PTO pump. You know, you're going to check all your hydraulic lines, you're going to check all your connectors, make certain the pins are all in good shape and your wiring's not tore up from your 3-point or trees or whatever you might have got it into. You know, your air compressor, when you fold it out, you're going to put it down and make certain everything runs. And airbags on all of these row units, make certain you don't have a bunch of leaks, and you know, moisture gets in there, swells up, freezes up. We all know how that works. You know, you're going to go through, you're going to check all your bearings on these. Are all cable drive meters, but you got your shaft drive that's driving those cables. You need to check all those bearings and your openers, your gauge wheels. You know, we done an inspection on this a couple days ago and we found quite a few dollars worth of stuff that needs to be replaced. Right down here is a seed boot. One of the bolts is at least broke or has back clear out. Well, that's not going to stay in that seed trench very well, aligned with your openers. You know, you're going to need to check all that out. You know, cracks and damage possibly on the frame. You know, if you got in a tight pinch and broke that mount for that PTO pump, where else might you have got into an issue and put too much pressure on it? Pull your seed boxes off, hopefully. You know, you don't have the seed disc still in it from last year. You want to check how much wears on your seed disc, all your brushes, your drives. Make certain everything's clean. We see that a lot where a little bit of seed got left in there with some moisture and it just made for a nightmare cleaning everything up, and it's expensive putting new brushes in. And you know, obviously you're going to check your air tire pressure. That's a big deal with this thing. You know, this is a 47 or 48 row. That thing running level, you just even down the road in transport position. Make certain all your hoppers are clean. You know, if you accidentally left some seed in it, but the prior year, I know last season it was muddy, everybody wanted to get done in a hurry. It was a mess. So, but make certain everything's good and clean. Check all your bushings on your 8 spots on every unit. 4 in the front, 4 in the back, 2 on each side of the front and back. If you haven't done any major repairs, there's no real reason to go in and re-zero out all your row units. But if you do have to do a bunch of repairs, you're going to want to go out and re-zero them all. Set them on flat concrete, get it all set up right, and zero them all out. It makes a huge difference in just evenness across the field. So in all, you know, the early season inspection is going to save you lots of time and lots of money in the end. Hopefully we only have to go to that field once this season, and not 2 or 3 times like it has been before. But whether you do your inspection or whether you have Bane Welker do your inspection, it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run.